Hello guys, my name is Ed and welcome back to Team Lucid Dream. Do you snore? Well, because I do. I snore so loudly that I've even been likened to a walrus with a head cold doing battle with a grizzly bear who's actually got chainsaws for hands. That's loud. What causes snoring though? Snoring is caused by the flesh and muscles around the throat and nose and facial area relaxing and closing off the airways, and then when air passes through it vibrates, and that's what causes the sound. Now snoring can be indicative of a deeper medical issue known as obstructive sleep apnea, and this is where the airway closes enough that it won't let any air through, and then it takes an almighty for you to open the airways again and get air back into your body. These episodes can last anywhere from a few seconds to a couple of minutes, and more often than not, you don't actually notice them in the middle of the night. But they do cause you to wake up periodically, very quickly, and then disappear back off to sleep again. They also cause spouses, pets, parents, and siblings to wake up in the middle of the night as well, because it's loud. What causes this to happen? What causes the airways to close when you sleep? Well, sadly, the most common issue is being overweight, followed a close second by having a broken nose, and in more different cases having mandibular distortion, or a jaw that doesn't quite fit. Specifically inside the UK, if you are diagnosed with obstructive sleep apnea, they'll send you home with a few instruments to record your sleep, and then chances are that you're going to be given a CPAP machine. Now CPAP stands for continuous positive airway pressure. Now this little box of wizardry pumps air out through a hose and into your mask, which then keeps the airways open under pressure, and you're able to sleep soundly. Now specifically in the NHS in the UK, there are specialist nurses who look after you when you've got sleep apnea, and they check your mask fitting, make sure it's not leaking, and so on and so forth. Now speaking of masks, I know they look great, don't they? I find it important to mention at this point that inside the UK at any rate, if you're diagnosed with sleep apnea, you've got to let the DVLA know. For those of you who are lucky enough to live outside of the UK, jealous, the DVLA looks after all of your driving licences for your cars and so on and so forth, and if you're waking up in the middle of the night unable to breathe, you could have a chance of nodding off behind the wheel. It's not good for anyone. So if you do have sleep apnea inside the UK and you are diagnosed and you have let the DVLA know, then you've got to use it for 4 hours a night, or I'll take your licence off you. But on a lighter note, if you do snore and you haven't been diagnosed with sleep apnea, there are loads of different remedies out there that actually do work. Breathe right strips that go over the nose, there are ones that hold the jaw up so you don't breathe through your mouth, like straps. I think Giz mentioned them on the live stream. Mouth guards that bring your bottom jaw forward so there's no pressure at the back of the throat. Now, almost everyone snores, and it's no big thing. Just be aware that if you stop breathing in your sleep, or if you're told that you stop breathing in your sleep, then you need to go and see a doctor. As we have been discussing at length on this channel, the most important thing about lucid dreams is getting a decent night's sleep and making sure that your NREM and REM cycle matches up correctly. Now, I'm sure you can imagine that if you're waking up in the night unable to breathe and you're jostling yourself awake and so on and so forth, you're not getting a decent night's sleep, not at all. And it also could wreck your NREM and REM cycles. Well, thanks for watching today. If you liked what we've produced, then don't forget to take your little white pointy thing and mash the thumbs up button. If you've got any questions about lucid dreaming, put them in the comment section below and we'll get Jesus to answer them on his Friday night session, or you could watch the stream on a Tuesday with Giz and Millen and a special guest every other week. Now, also, if you want to follow anything that we do, don't forget to hit up our special forum over at www.teamluciddream.com, where you can ask any of the members of Team Lucid Dream about stuff. And we're also on Facebook and Twitter. As always, gang, stay lucid.